Today, I'm sharing the Zen teachings that completely transformed my weight loss journey and helped me release 59 pounds at 55 years old with more peace and clarity than I ever thought possible. These simple but powerful teachings shifted how I thought, how I reacted, and how I showed up for myself. And sister, they can absolutely transform your journey too. And the first thing that changed everything for me was mindfulness. Being aware of my body, my mind, my perceptions, my feelings, and my emotions in each moment really made such a big difference. According to Jon Kabat-Zinn, mindfulness is paying attention in a particular way, on purpose, in the present moment, and non-judgmentally. That's a biggie, right? Non-judgmentally. We're no longer judging ourselves. I began to ask myself in each moment, how am I feeling? How's my body feeling? Am I hungry? How are my emotions? Am I tired? All of these things, bringing the focus back on myself, really helped me to navigate the weight loss journey, because I would so often reach for food for a myriad of other reasons other than being hungry. So slowing things down and really paying attention helps us to navigate these times when cravings arise or the tendency, the old habit energy comes up to reach for something unhealthy. Then we can notice that and not do that behavior anymore. The more I practiced mindfulness, something started to happen. I realized I wasn't just noticing my body and my feelings, but I was really noticing my thoughts. And that gave me the opportunity to take a step back, pause, and decide how I wanted to respond to the thoughts in my mind. And that leads me to the second Zen teaching. Observe the mind without reacting. You are not your thoughts, sister, and neither am I. And once we get a handle on that, we're able to step back and really see these thoughts for what they are. They're just like clouds passing in the sky, right? It's us who decide to grab onto them and hold on. And the more we feed those thoughts of craving, dissatisfaction, wanting something more, the more we do that, the more that will show up in our lives. And so really taking the time to notice the thought, pause, see what the thought was saying, and then I chose how I wanted to respond to that thought. This was a game changer for me, and it's really allowed me to be the observer of the thoughts and not get pulled about by them. Once I learned to observe my thoughts without following every single one of them, something else became clear. My choices were not happening in isolation. Every calm breath, every bite I took, every thought I had that led to an action, it was all connected. And that leads me to the third Zen teaching that really changed everything: interbeing. Thich Nhat Hanh teaches this so beautifully. This is because that is. Everything is connected. And so when I really put this together, you guys, when it really clicked for me, I saw all my past behaviors that led up to that Shauna that was 59 pounds overweight, depressed, defeated, depleted, and could not see her way out. The gift of it was that I was able, once I started putting action into motion, I was able to see that all of these behaviors that I was doing was going to lead to the Shauna that you see sitting here now. Confident, happy, excited about life, and feeling vibrant, 59 pounds shed, never to come back again. And this teaching on interbeing really comes to me often because I think in those moments when a craving really comes or I'm feeling like I have the tug of those old behaviors, I think this is because that is. And I know that if I feed that old habit pattern, that will grow bigger. And the more that I feed it, the bigger it will get. And the flip side is the more I feed these new habits that I've been following for the last 18 months, the more I feed these, the more I give attention to these, the more that will root its way of being in my life for good. It's so clear to me that there are two paths that we choose, right? And what we choose to feed is what will grow in our lives. And so, do I want to feed the path of healthy, vibrant, and energetic? Or do I want to feed the path of depressed, defeated, and depleted? And when I'm able to remember this teaching, this is because that is hands down, you guys, I will always choose the path of healthy, vibrant, energetic. And I know that the way to get there is by the food that I put in my mouth. Healthy, nourishing, plant-based whole foods that are low in fat are what keep me living in this vibrant and healthy way. And I know they do for you too. And when I really started to see how connected everything is and how one choice leads to the next and the next, I realized something was missing, and that was kindness. I had times when I still had those cravings rise up, when I still didn't feel 100%, when I would talk unkindly to myself, when I didn't go from feeling depressed, defeated, and depleted to healthy and energized. It took a while to get here. And there were times when my body still felt really depleted when I was first starting to eat and live this way. And that leads me to the fourth Zen teaching that really has impacted me, and that is loving kindness, or metta. Loving kindness is this deep compassion for ourselves and all beings everywhere. And when I started to turn the light of loving kindness on myself, I could really see that I am a human being doing the best I can. That's it. No better, no worse than anybody else. And within this humanness, I could be kind to myself. I could treat myself with love and compassion. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be vibrant and fulfilled. May I have deep inner peace and ease. It really rooted this friendliness, lovingness, kindness toward myself and also towards others, all humanity and all beings. And just saying to yourself sometime, darling, I love you. I'm here for you. Sweetheart, you are doing the best you can. It's okay. It's okay. And give yourself a hug. I love hugging myself. It feels good. Having this practice in my life really reduced self-criticism. It calmed my emotional eating. It helped me to keep going on hard days. And I was able to stay consistent through compassion rather than forcing myself. The consistency always felt, not always, but the majority of the time felt easeful because it wasn't this fight or this pull with myself. It was done with loving compassion. I hope these Zen teachings give you something peaceful and practical to incorporate this week. They have really been a game changer for me, and I love sharing them with you. So much about this journey is mindset, and it's really taken self-reflection for me to be able to articulate this in a way, to unpack my journey and articulate it in a way that it's helpful for you all. And these teachings have been woven throughout my life for years. If you look at the bookshelf behind me, the first two shelves, well, the first shelf and a half are Zen, Buddhist, Thich Nhat Hanh, all those books that I refer to again and again. And I wanted to tell you, if there's a book, I'll put some teachings and some resources for these teachings in the description box below. But if you're interested in these teachings, a great beginner book is The Heart of the Buddha's Teaching by Thich Nhat Hanh. I actually have 2 copies. One's over there and one's right here. The Heart of the Buddha's Teaching by Thich Nhat Hanh. This has all the good stuff. This is like the basics of Buddhist teaching. And it's a book that I refer to again and again. If any one of these really spoke to you guys, please put it in the description box down below. Let me know. I love hearing what lands with you. And these teachings are really close to my heart. I've debated about putting them out on YouTube because when you do YouTube, sometimes it can feel like I have to stay in one lane. Let me just talk about the food. Let me just do the recipes. But really, it brings tears to my eyes. I want to share all of who I am with you. And I want to share these things that have had such a deep impact on my life. And so I offer these teachings to you all with deep love, you guys. So much love. And I want this path for you to be as loving, compassionate, and non-judgmental, sprinkled with deep awareness in everyday life, so that you can live your most healthy, vibrant, energetic life. That's what I want. I want us all to be living our best lives together. I love you, sisters. I believe in you, and I know you can do it. One meal at a time, one day at a time. So much love. I'll see you next time.